Hi friends! It's time for my favorite part of the day. It's story time. Let's sing our song together. Oh, I want to read with somebody. I want to read a book with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Alright, who can tell me what's written on the front cover of every book that tells us the name of the story? It's the title. The title is the name. The title is the name. Every book has a name. The title is the name. There's more important information on the front cover. There's the title. There's the name of the author. What does the author do? Writes the words. Author writes the words. And the name of the illustrator is also on the front cover. What does the illustrator do? Draws the pictures. Illustrator draws the pictures. Friends, while we're reading our story, it's important that you control your body. You should be sitting on your bottom with your hands and feet to myself, bubble in your mouth, and turn on your listening ears. Okay, the title of this story is Moonbear's Shadow. The author and illustrator is Frank Ash. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. I'm going to catch that fish, thought Bear to himself. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. Go away, Shadow, cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. Okay, said Bear. If you won't go on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you. And he put down his fishing pole and began to run. He ran around the pond. When he got to the other side, he kept on running. He ran through a field of flowers, jumped over the brook, and hid behind a tree. Good, thought Bear. Now Shadow can't find me. But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was Shadow. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me, thought Bear. Bear climbed higher and higher and higher until at last he pulled himself up to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride. Then he looked down and saw a shadow. Now, Bear was very annoyed, so he went home and he got a hammer and some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. He hammered and hammered and hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. If I can't nail him down, thought Bear, maybe I can bury him. So he got his shovel and dug a hole. When the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall into the hole. Then Bear filled the hole with dirt. When he was finished, it was almost noon. The sun was so high in the sky, and Shadow was nowhere to be seen. At last, sighed Bear, no more shadow. But now, Bear was very tired, so he went inside and took a little nap. While he slept, time passed, and the sun once again cast shadows everywhere, Friends, I noticed something. I noticed in this picture, the sun is right up above, and there is no shadow from the shovel. But when the sun moves over, the shadows get longer. The sun makes the shadows. Shadow is what happens when something blocks the sun's light. The sun's light is being blocked by the shovel, and the sun is making this shadow on the ground. Is Bear gonna be able to get rid of his shadow? I wonder. Let's keep reading to find out. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw his shadow on the floor. "Not you again!" exclaimed Bear, and he slammed the door, hoping to lock Shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick. Sighed Bear. "How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head like this if it's a deal." When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. So Bear went back to the pond and once again threw his line in the water. By this time, the sun was in a different part of the sky. Friends, I remember earlier in the story when the sun moved across the sky, the shadow moved too. So in the beginning of the story, the sun was over here, and it made Bear's shadow go on the water and scare the fish. But now the sun is in a different place. The sun has been moving. So Bear's shadow will also be in a different place. If Bear's shadow is in a different place, is it going to scare the fish again? I don't know. Let's keep reading to find out. By this time, the sun was in a different place, a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. Is Shadow on the water? No, Shadow is behind Bear. Because the sun moved, the shadow moved. And when Bear caught that big fish, Shadow caught one too. The end. If you liked my book, clap once. If you liked my book, clap twice. 3, 2, 1. That book was fun.